funny and weird? Whoa, that's shocking coming from you.
Like it was me, Marion, Josephine, and Amber. So like me and the four
Three.
girls, gals, we were all together,
Three.
and we were in like this
Wait,
camp.
wait, hold up, hold up.
Three.
I think you counted wrong there, because if it's the
You and the
four of you,
four
how would it be
girls.
me and the four of you?
Oh, whoops. Me
Three.
and the three gals, yeah. We were in like a camp. It wasn't really a camp because we were in the woods, but we were in like this like really tall tower that never seems to end. And it was like a singing camp or something.
Can you get on the game first?
I'm on the game. Oh, I'm not online, I'm sure.
Exactly. Dipshit. God.
and and like if you didn't sing well, you would die. So you had to sing really well.
So you're first to die, I'm assuming?
So rude. It's my dream. I can sing well if I want. It's my dream. And like all four of us, we managed to survive like several
But did you
days.
know you were dreaming?
Yes, I knew I was dreaming.
You're
Anyways,
lucid dreaming?
no, I wasn't. It was like kind of like the fate, like in between the state where I knew I was dreaming, but like I wasn't so fully aware that I could control
EJ,
it. You know?
EJ, she definitely died in the first day.
Yeah, probably.
EJ,
Okay,
can you
anyway.
set up the game, EJ?
I'm waiting for my add-ons to all input because I haven't played this
Oh, I
game
can do
since
it.
my laptop crashed.
Ah, right.
I can do it.
No.
Too bad I'm doing it. Bless ya.
Bless you.
Yeah.
No, there's no point if you don't appear as online.
What campaign do you guys want?
If you're not online, you go.
I am online.
It just says she's online, but she's not playing the game.
Oh.
Oh, it's because you can't see it.
And she has a salmon badge. Why? Why can't we see it?
I turned it off.
Why did you turn it off then?
I don't know.
How are we gonna join your game?
You can. Can't you still join? No.
Well, no, because
It doesn't show up as you playing a game.
Just hurry up. Holy.
Oh.
Invite us.
Oh, okay. I'll let you. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Now you're on. Jesus.
Wait. Anyways, as I was talking about my dream.
You were talking about your dream? Shit, I didn't pay attention.
Huh? No, you can.
Shit, I didn't pay attention.
No, she wasn't saying hi to you. She's saying hi to song.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Well, I'm confused.
Okay, anyways. So, all four of us were there. We managed to survive the first day, and there was this girl that we really didn't like. And so we ended up getting in a fist fight.
Again, she definitely died first.
I want to see Gohan square up.
She can't with those
And we
pinkies.
beat the shit out of each other,
With
right?
the pinkies, you
And
can't do
so,
anything with that.
while we were beating the shit out of each other, we accidentally like punched a hole, like a really big hole in the wall, and me and Josephine ended up falling in this hole, and we fell all the way, and we landed on a fucking beach, like an actual fucking beach with sand and shit.
Joe's
And so
out of the house?
In my dream, she was. Well, technically, it's all one building, but like we both fell to this beach, and this lady who's dressed like you know, like those airplane people, like the
did you wear a
ladies.
mask?
No,
Are you
and they
talking
are like those
about air
airplane ladies.
hostess?
Yeah, the air hostess.
People? Ah.
She found us, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" What are they called, like professionally?
A flight attendant?
Stewardess?
Yeah, stewardess. Yeah. She was dressed like that, and she saw us, so she picked me and Josephine up, and she gave us each like this wooden cross. Yeah, it was like she gave us a wooden like cross, and she was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, if you're gonna be here, you gotta look at the memorial." And I was like, "The fuck?" And this beach was gigantic, and then right in the smack dab middle of it was this like patch of just a bunch of wooden crosses that were stuck to the ground. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And she said, apparently it's like a memorial for everyone who's ever died in this building. And I was like, oh, okay. And so she gave us a cross, and she's like, stick them into the ground wherever you want, right? And so Josephine and I walked the entire length of this memorial, and we got to the very end, where there was only like 5 or something crosses, because I guess not a lot of people walk that far. And we were there, and like I got emotional for some reason. I was like, wow, look at all these dead people. So I got very emotional.
Lol.
And there was this random dude, like this random man, I swear I've never seen before. Like I don't know him. And he was there, and he started comforting me. He's like, this. I've never seen this man in my life, and he started comforting me. And then, like after, like I was like done with my like crying session, Josephine grabbed my hand. She's like, "Come on, let's go back." And so we went back, and we saw the girl who we beat the shit out of, and we were like, it was like in the
Was she
shower room.
bruised?
Yeah, and so she tried to bump my shoulder, but because she was covered in soap, it just slid past my shoulder instead. And I called her a dumbass, and my dream just ended right there.
The amount of chaotic energy that your dreams have is fucking wild.
Son, join!
Song, are you in yet? Oh my god, it was so freaking weird. It was like the weirdest dream. Song, are you in the game?
I'm loading up the thing.
Okay.
Remember, I have to reset my computer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're just waiting for Song. A couple days before that, I got sleep paralysis.
Sick.
Oh,
And,
jeez.
yeah, because I rewatched this YouTube series that I really liked. It's like a horror series.
What?
And I rewatched the entire thing. I
called?
first watched it when I was like 14 or something,
What's it
and then I
called?
rewatched it a couple of days ago because I
What's
really
it
liked
called?
it. And because it's a horror thing, it
What's it
kind of like
called?
seeped into my subconscious.
What's it
And when I
called?
fall asleep, then what's it called?
Yeah, I asked you 7 times. I like how you
I
heard me
thought
7
you were
times.
talking to someone else. It's called Marble Hornets.
Huh?
Marble Hornets.
Oh.
It's a very interesting name, but it's terrifying. And so I watched it, and it kind of seeped into my subconscious. And that night, I had a dream where me and my like Korean relatives, they came over from Korea, and we were like hanging out in Canada, and we were hanging out by this kind of like it was like a river, but then there was a highway on the other side, and so it was like a river highway, and then there was a sidewalk on the side that we were walking on, and so we were walking along the sideway. And you know in dreams how you can kind of like do stuff and it doesn't make sense. For some reason like I was able to like walk on the water, and like I was able to like move across it. And one of my cousins who's super young, he was like, "Hey, put me on your back and take me to the other side of the river." And I was like, "Okay," but because it wasn't too wide, it wasn't very separated. We could still cross the other side, and my family would still be in sight. And so I took him across the river, and we kind of sat there, and we were gonna come back, and I had a soda pop in my hand, which is kind of important.
What?
Soda, like a can of soda, like it was in my hand, and I was gonna give it to my cousin. And as we were about to go back, I dropped the soda can, and so I reached down to pick it up, and I touched the water. And the minute I touched the water, my cousin, he's on my back, he disappears, like he's just gone. And so I was like, what the fuck? So I was going back to my family who was walking across, and the minute I called out for them because they were kind of walking ahead of me, I was like, hey, you guys, they started running. Like, they started running from me, and I was like, what the fuck? And so I go after them, and they just would not stop running. Like, they were terrified of me, and I was like, what's going on? Like, I'm not, like, scary or anything. Like, there's nothing wrong with me. And they ran all the way to their hotel room, and they locked themselves in, and I couldn't get in because, you know, they locked the door and everything. And I was like, what? That was so random. Like, why am I locked out? But then I hear this clicking sound behind me, and I turn around, and the reason they were running away from me was because there was this very miniature-sized version of me with like the widest bloodshot eyes I've ever seen in my life. It was so scary, and it had a very creepy smile. And for some reason, I was so angry. I was like, it was because of you, my family locked me out of the room, right? And so I ended up curb stomping its face.
What the
I just straight up
wait.
stomped on its face.
What the heck does this have to do with sleep paralysis?
Okay, I'll tell you. And so I curb stomped. It was supposed to be like a scary. It's supposed to be a nightmare, but I was like the atmosphere was really scary. But I got angry at it, so I stomped its face until it looked like a pancake. And then I grabbed its face, and out of just pure anger, I like split its head apart. And there was no blood. It came apart like clay, like a clay doll. And I was like, what the fuck? And I woke up then, and when I woke up, like I couldn't move. Like I was paralyzed, and I started hearing voices, and it was so creepy.
Are you okay? Because
Yeah, it happened.
whenever Kate had sleep paralysis, she absolutely was terrified.
Yeah, it's scary, but it's like it happens to me pretty often, so it's fine.
Okay.
It happens to you pretty often?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And that's a recording.